On today's show, we're tracking coyotes alongside Cat Daddy Cold, an Oklahoma legend with a few tricks up his sleeve.
I'm on him.
This trip comes with a few surprises,
There he is. There's another one behind it.
including a pile of animals charging our stands.
You talk about crazy. Here's another one right in front. Right in front.
So I'm trying to think what coyote's going through right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Bird down, baby.
Early in the morning. There's only one thing Kelly Jackson likes better than a good cigar at sunup, and that's coyotes.
The coyotes we're going to call are either going to come from across the road over here, from the north, and a little bit from the east.
I've come to Oklahoma to hunt alongside Kelly Jackson, better known as Cat Daddy Cold.
Believe it or not, that goes back to my junior high days. I was probably 13, 14 years old, and thought we was pretty cool, several of us. Anyway, I had these mirrorized sunglasses, and I wore them to school one day, and a buddy of mine, Eddie Kinder, he said, look at him coming. He's walking down here thinking he's Cat Daddy Cold.
I would have guessed it had something to do with a bobcat. How cool is that? On this Oklahoma hunt, I'm hoping Cat Daddy Cold can help us take a bunch of coyotes, and I hope my first Oklahoma bobcat. Just how cool would that be? A bobcat with Cat Daddy Cold.
We'll take the short chairs out on this one, guys. Sit on this hill.
You're gonna spoil me sitting in chairs and everything. Holy cow. We're setting up in the rolling hills of far southern Oklahoma. Rich ag land with plenty of coyotes running around. Prepping for a very first stand, instant action.
Oh, look there. That's a coyote.
Black.
No, it ain't black. It's just a time of day. We'll give him a few minutes. Let him get on down. We'll get him, maybe.
I'm carrying a DPMS rigged with the Night Force scope. We're hunting a piece of private ranch land. We dodge a bit of barbed wire and hike it to our first stand. We barely get settled in before something catches Kelly's eye.
Yoni?
A coyote way outshows a little interest, but keeps its distance. Both Kelly and I try to stop him for a quick poke, but he just keeps going.
Should have shot him.
Just that fast.
Right here in front.
A second animal. This one much closer and on a slow trot. Right as she looks like she's gonna bug out, Cat Daddy gets her to stop for a quick second.
Hey! Woof! Right over top of his back. Well, that is not the way to start today. Let's go make another one.
Cat Daddy Cold has a lot of access to prime hunting areas around here, and that's not by mistake.
In this part of the country where everything's private, the first thing you got to do is get some land access. You know, you need to be working on that while you're working on your skills.
Which he's done for a long, long time. Maybe that's why as soon as we hunker down on stand number 2, more coyotes.
You want it?
Come on.
And there's a lot of brush. There he is. There's one coming up in the open, see him? And he's stuck about 5 yards. There's another one behind it. Stay on that front one if it comes up. Where'd my barker go? All right, there we go. You want that one?
There you go.
We had 3 or 4 coyotes come up. That was crazy. 4 coyotes coming up. We keep calling it a little bit. Wow. You talk about crazy. That was. Here's another one right in front. Right in front, coming up hard. He's come back down. That was unbelievable. That's all I can say about that stand.
So we had 4 coyotes and 1 down.
Not good.
Who cares? We call this show Fast and Furious.
Boy, he is a dark coyote, isn't he?
Yeah. Probably a male.
That's what we've got our first morning out.
Nice one.
Man, how I love Oklahoma.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Up next, we come face to face with a pile of hard-charging predators. And later, Mike Dillon's digging a big hole. What gives? You're watching Foxpro's Fast and Furious.
See that old farmhouse up there?
Yeah.
That's where we drove down past it and
Okay.
made some cat
All right. Far southern Oklahoma, a giant wide-open rolling prairie. In fact, monuments still stand in honor of the old cowboys who drove their lonely cattle right through these parts.
Yeah, they would have thousands of head, and they'd bring them in here and let them graze as they went.
Look around, not a lot to see, except coyotes. Our first couple of stands on this trip proved to be pretty outrageous. I'm hoping our good luck continues. We're sneaking into another of my hunting partner's favorite spots. Cat Daddy Cold's pretty dialed in on the hot coyote spots around these parts. Just listen.
The last 3 years I've averaged over 100. I had an exceptional year last year. I killed 153 coyotes last year. That's an exceptional year.
Yeah, you could say that. And it looks like Kelly's luck's gonna continue.
You want that one?
Right away, we get set up and have a coyote sneak out against an old fence line. He's hung up, just sitting, egging us on.
All right, he's coming. I think he saw the decoy. He's coming. He's looking for help.
There you go. Nice job.
Wow.
Let's go gather him up, get another one. Nice shot. Not a real big one, yeah. She was last year's.
You know, she's not real dark.
Yeah, some of these coyotes out in here have been called before, and maybe a little call shy, maybe just the movement from the decoys. Sometimes on the coyotes will kind of hold them up. But
Right.
Anyway, let's not waste a lot of time. Let's go get another one.
That sounds good, Kelly.
On this cold morning, we moved no more than a mile or two between stands.
I'm figuring the cow's gonna come there or there. If it comes from there, we'll be good.
We set up the Jack Attack decoy out under a couple of young oak trees. We're settling into a frost-covered thicket nearby.
Cut right here, right in front.
Literally seconds after we hunker down, a coyote comes in fast and bang, he's dead.
Shot, Mike.
That's what's awesome about a decoy, right there.
He's sitting out there listening to that rabbit sound, but put a little bit of a coyote fight, then hit that pup distress, boom. I think you got your big male coyote.
I think so,
Mike.
too.
Nope.
Female.
Big old female.
Big female. You know, that is what is so awesome about using a decoy. You know, when it works, that's the way it's supposed to work.
You bet.
You know, she topped that hill right there, and she just charged right for the decoy. You know, we're 10 yards from the decoy, so that was awesome, man. That was really cool.
Man, I'm starting to dig this Oklahoma hunting.
It's about
3.5 miles here. Just go
Cat
down
Daddy
the
Cold's
highway
prodigy,
here, turn
J.D.
right,
Clark,
start
is
flying
taken
out.
over on this stand. The morning cold breaks and we get warmer temperatures. With them comes the wind, although it doesn't look like it impacts the coyotes. On JD's stand, we get a bite. Woo!
Nice shot, JD.
Thank you.
It looks like Kelly's teaching is paying off for JD.
Nice coat. Kelly is my teacher. He's taught me everything that I know about coyote hunting.
We're knocking down animals in just about every stand. This Oklahoma hunt so far proves to be everything a coyote hunter dreams of. And we've still got 2 days of hunting left.
Coming up, a most unusual encounter on the Oklahoma prairie.
That's a nasty coyote right there.
And later, Mike goes eye to eye with an Oklahoma cat. Keep it tuned to Foxpro's Fast and Furious. You're watching Foxpro's Fast and Furious.
Man, I never knew Oklahoma coyote hunting could be so good. In far southern Oklahoma, land of the pumpers, I think we're 6 for 6 or 7 for 7 on stands this trip, and we still got 2 days of hunting. My goal is to pop an Oklahoma bobcat. My guide and buddy, Cat Daddy Cold, Kelly Jackson, hopes to make that happen.
I enjoy them all, but there's really something special when I get to see a cat come in. I mean, I never get tired of seeing a coyote roll in either, but every cat's special.
So far, we haven't seen any bobcats, but we keep trying.
It's scouting and putting in your time. You can read about it all you want, you can watch DVDs, but until you get out there and do it and put in your time and work at it, it's like anything else. Nothing really comes easy. You got to work for it.
Which Cat Daddy Cold's done a lot of years. Maybe that's the reason he's so good with our calls.
For bobcats, baby cottontail. For coyotes, that's going to depend upon the time of the year. Right now, the vocals are not as strong as they will be. I like the yipping coyotes and the coyote pair yodel howl for vocals. Pup Distress 3 is awful strong. I kill a lot of coyotes with that. Mike, it's hot and in the middle of the day, but we got a spot over here. It's a catty area. There's always a cat right in there. So even though it's not low light when I really like to hunt cats, we still got a pretty good shot of pulling one out. If he's close, he'll probably come.
The jack attack goes into place and we keep quiet. We haven't had a lull this entire trip, and this stand proves no different. Way out there, no cat, but another coyote, and it's not looking good.
Oh man, that's a nasty coyote right there.
Shot, Kelly.
Oh, the mangy ones, I mean, they're a lot of them are just carcass eaters, you know, they don't get around real good. That mange is taking their toll on their physical system, so they're not usually as an aggressive coyote.
Mangy.
That sucker is a mangy rascal.
Well, that's one you don't want to touch.
No.
Coyotes transfer the mange mite through shared burrows in direct contact with other coyotes. In many cases, the coyote will lose its fur, then develop skin problems that often kill him. We certainly did this coyote a favor.
Yep.
You don't want to just let it lay because it could affect other coyotes or other birds or anything else that would eat on this. So I think we should bury this one. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I got almost up to my knee. We're fixing to give this coyote its final resting place. You know, it's a pain in the butt to do, but it's the right thing to do. Sorry you had to go that way, dude.
It's better than trying to survive the winter.
So it goes. 1 day left, and still no Oklahoma bobcats. But tomorrow's another day.
Straight ahead. This Oklahoma adventure continues to turn.
That's a dog.
And finally, the stalkers become the stalked. You're watching Foxpro's Fast and Furious.
Don't plan on sleeping if you hunt with Oklahoma pro Kelly Cat Daddy Cold Jackson.
The wind's right. We're gonna have to get out there before the sun gets over the horizon and get set up.
We've been able to take a bunch of coyotes, almost on every stand, but so far, no sign of Oklahoma bobcats. We hunkered down and watched the world around us wake up. Our first bite,
Coyote coming in.
yet another coyote. And it's down. This trip, Kelly and I sure seem dialed in. Guns are shooting straight, the weather's cooperating, and the animals are active. Well, except from a bobcat.
You know, you'll luck into a bobcat every now and then, but to be consistent on bobcats, you got to do a lot of scouting and put in a lot of legwork.
Which Kelly's done. And it shows in the number of bobcats he's bagged the last couple of years.
Our season opens December 1st, and I spend most of December and January in the past focusing on bobcats. The wind's going to be wrong here for a coyote, but I'm not worried about the wind direction when we're hunting cats.
We're in prime time, but I have yet to see even a sign of a bobcat.
For bobcats, I definitely like thick cover.
Out of nowhere, movement off to the north.
That's a dog.
We spotted dog coming in off the nearby farm.
Right there is why you always have to be careful of your target. We called in somebody's dog, came right up to the bank, right up to the call.
The darn thing disappears back into the brush, and once again, we're sitting alone.
I'll give it 15 minutes, maybe 20 if it's, you know, a really good looking spot, but I usually think a bobcat's going to be there pretty quick.
Cat Daddy Cold's been hunting a long, long time, and his gut feeling suddenly gets me pumped. Just look.
You see him?
Yeah, I see him.
An absolutely beautiful bobcat wanders out of the thicket. Thing is, she's hung up out there, so Kelly continues on the Foxpro. For bobcat, one thing you have to be patient, stay still, be quiet,
I think he'll come.
and pay attention.
He's coming closer. He's coming. I'm gonna let him come. I lost him in the trees.
The big cat tucks in behind a small stand of trees. I can't get a shot.
He's going away. Get ready to kill him.
Where's he at?
He's running away. He was to the left.
Oh, I see him.
Get him?
Yeah.
We'll have to go look at him. He's probably a big old tom.
Right there it is.
Oh yeah, pretty nice cat.
That's what? That's a. Where that is? That's 150.
Oh, every bit of 150. That's a heck of a shot.
Wow.
Heck of a shot.
Female. Boy, they're pretty cats, aren't they? I mean, their spots are just. Wow. I'm still surprised that she left. I don't know why she left.
I don't either, but you know, the sun's shining on them, man, they're really pretty. They
Yeah.
shine like a diamond.
Man, that's awesome. And you say down here you're allowed to get 20 of these a year.
Yeah, we're allowed 20 cats a year.
You know, the cool thing about these cats is their retractable claws.
Yes, indeed.
You know, you do this and you don't feel the claws, but you can retract those claws out. And man, that makes them, and they're really sharp too.
There's really something special when I get to see a cat come in. I mean, I never get tired of seeing a coyote roll in either, but every cat's special.
Now I can relate. Holy cow, 4 days of hunting, a pile of coyotes, and then bang, my bobcat. These are exactly the kinds of hunts we dream of. They're a reality if you hang with Kelly Jackson. I might be headed home, but trust me, I'll be back. And Kelly, I'll be calling. Because hunting with you is definitely what we call fast and furious.